face. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's been a rough year for folks all across this great country, but football's back. The Texans and Chiefs.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on the keeper. The tackle made by Whitney Merciless. Brings up 3rd down.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, for the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year. In the divisional round, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally, you'd consider that ball game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On first down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Scotty Phillips.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body, because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there of protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Okafor. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Johnson.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 33 yards.
33 yards that time.
Touchdown, Houston.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
now Watson.
4.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down, Texans.
From the gun, here's Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
The 14-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Phillips. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they're going deep for Hill. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Going to give this time to the tailback. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Watson from the gun on third down. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to do it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eric Murray, the ex-Chief, has it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Frank Clark there on the spot.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today. Plus, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Garyon Conley. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Well, here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's good.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. 36 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Nicole Hartman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
It's a loss of 14. Brings up 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They're going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watson to give. This is Johnson.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go to Johnson again. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So out comes the field goal team once more.
A 28-yard attempt.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here we go. Here we go. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. I know he is.
From the 41, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 59 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
For the point after.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Texans, Watson hooking up with Cooks.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We're back now in KC. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 12, Watson. He's letting this one go, and that's caught inside the 30. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 45 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Phillips. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, Watson. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Chiefs.
They'll keep it on the ground. Phillips. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On 4th down, Watson. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs.
Is a turnover on down.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal as they certainly wouldn't mind some breathing room.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play of this football game.
3rd and 2.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. To throw is Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this, when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's going to take another shot here. And no, it's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
On down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the 4th down stop has them in the driver's seat. Now we'll see if they can put points on the board to strengthen this slim lead. At the very least, they'd love to march this football out of their own territory and chew up some. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Isaiah Coulter.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And that's the play, that pick by Mathieu, that will seal this football game.
The Honey Badger does it again. And I think one of the best nicknames that's ever been given. Just so inspired. He may not care, as Honey Badgers don't, but he understands how to get around the ball, and he just sealed another victory.
How do you know about the mental psyche of a Honey Badger?
That's always been the expression. The Honey Badger, he doesn't care.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 56 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Texans 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Come on now. Watson's pass intercepted. The Chiefs take
so 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Got 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. On 1st and 10, Watson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called.
Houston.
Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has